I might pull up with your boo. Then hit a 5-star restaurant, order me and her some soup. No matter how thick the bitch is, I won't put it before my loot. I'm fresh as fuck, fresh out high speed chase like polo pool. You will never catch me telling another nigga what I won't do. I be damn.
It was good, y'all. It's me, Luda Don. Y'all know who it is and what's going on. So look, we're gonna get into it. Part 2 of my Navy career. So if you've seen the last video, you know I talked about boot camp. This video we're gonna talk about me going to Corps school. So I went to Corps school in San Antonio, Texas. I was out at Fort Sam Houston. So that was back in also 2018, late June, early July, I'll say. And there, I met a lot of great people. Some of those people I actually went to boot camp with. Also had some friends that came out, some other friends from boot camp, but they were MAs, so they were at I forgot the name of the other base out in San Antonio, but they were there. But yeah, so we get to Corps school. They picked us up, and they did not have, so the bus that they picked us up on from the airport had no AC. That shit was bad as hell. Mind you, it's the summertime, so it's already bad that Texas is humid. I'm from Arizona. We don't have humidity. It's straight dry heat. And it was funny because in boot camp we have RDCs. In Corps schools we have NMTIs. So the NMTI at Corps school was like anybody from Arizona, because he was from Arizona. So, a few of us rose our hand and we're like, yeah. He's like, well, listen, yes, in Arizona you can get away with not drinking water, but here in San Antonio you have to drink water. He's like, this heat is not the same as back home. Like, you will learn the hard way if you don't drink water. I was already learning the hard way that I needed to drink my water because it was hot as hell. And I'm used to dry heat, not this fucking moisture and with the heat going on. So I was already feeling down and out about this heat. Like, that was something totally different. I wasn't used to it. And I remember somebody else somebody else from Arizona thought like he was just talking shit and wanted to learn the hard way, and that's exactly what they did. They went a couple hours without drinking water and damn near passed the fuck out. And that NMTI had to reiterate again, make sure you're staying fucking hydrated. If he didn't see our hydration bottles filled, we were gonna, we were gonna get it or some shit. I don't even exactly remember what the punishment was, but I think we were gonna get worked out to the point, worked out or some shit like that. But yeah, so we get put in, I think, a class of like 30 or some shit. It might even been more than that, but we get put in groups for classes, and we get classed up, and we get a class number. I think my class was like 215 or something like that, and then we got a baby class that was a class below us. And so, yeah, we get our class, we meet our instructors, and you get so you have like 3 main instructors, and then you have I can't remember exactly, so forgive me, y'all. My memory is kind of bad. For medical reasons, okay, so forgive me. But yeah, so in Corps school we literally learn how to do just about everything that an MA, medical assistant, RN, and I think a CNA does, but we learn everything in a short amount of time. So we learn how to do IVs, Foley catheters, learn bedside manners. We learn how to, if people are, we learn how to put certain belts on people to assist them in picking them up from beds and just all different types of stuff. So IVs and a lot of this stuff. We learned also how to do like strep testing. Strep testing, and we learning all of this stuff on each other. So for the IVs, we did on each other. Strep tests we did on each other. Um, and other things we did on mannequins. When it came to like learning how to assist patients um, at the bedside and stuff like that, we either practice on mannequins or we practice on each other, just depending on what the exercise was. And then after we did like hands-on stuff, we'd have an exam, and obviously there were lectures as well. So yeah, and I remember there. It was funny because I do remember like, so obviously we have to learn how to do CPR, get uh, BLS, CPR qualified. And I remember, uh, like, and this is a little bit after I met my ex-wife too. We were me and my ex-wife and some of our friends. We all went out to a club, and we all, for the most part, most of us. Well, I wasn't old enough to drink yet, but a lot of them were drunk. A lot of them were drunk, and one of my friends from boot camp, she had finally just got out to San Antonio, and she was drunk as fuck. So after we got from the club, we went to, I think it was either IHOP or like Waffle House. I don't even remember which one it was. I think it was IHOP though. And literally, me and her go to the bathroom, and she fucking passes out. Like she's that fucking drunk, she passes out. And I dead ass like fucking froze. Like I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was like, damn, I literally just learned how to do CPR and shit. Like what the fuck? And my dumb ass, like I caught her when she fell. Like I caught her when she fell and I laid her down. So like I knew she didn't have any like head injuries or anything like that. But it was like the fact that she just passed out, and I was like, what the fuck do I do? Like I just learned how to, do CPR and all this other shit. But I'm like, I don't think, like I know she's not, nothing's wrong with her. She's just drunk. So I low key started panicking, and it was funny. So I laid her down, and I'm just standing over her like, what the fuck, what the fuck. And so I run out, and my ex-wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, I run out to her. I'm like, yo, you have already passed. You're in C school. I need your help. Like, come help me real quick. And she's like, yo, what? I was like, no, like, come to the bathroom. Like, I need your help. Like, come here. So I rushed to the bathroom. And on the way to the bathroom, I'm telling her, like, yo, she passed out. I grabbed her. She didn't hit her head or anything. Like, I'm literally doing what I was taught when it comes to, like, patient handoff. So I'm giving her a warm handoff and everything. And she's laughing at me. And she does, like, she does all the checks, making sure she's alert and everything. And she's laughing at me like, yo, you literally just froze up on her and just left her here. I was like, nothing happened to her. Like, I caught her. She didn't hit her head or anything. But, like, what do I do? And she's, giving her a sternum rub and everything. And she comes, and my friend comes too. And I was like, I know she's drunk, but, like, she just passed out. And uh, she's like, she just told me, she's like, just go get her some ice. Like, she's like, get her some ice. We're going to go get her let's get her some ice. And then give her like wet some napkins, get some cold napkins and get some napkins, gosh, and wet them, make sure they're cold, and we're just gonna place them on her bag, like let's sit her up, and try to cool her body down. Like that's all it is like her body's overheating. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I feel bad because now I'm like, I literally just learned how to do this shit, and the moment it comes time to me to fucking do it, I literally freeze up. And she's just laughing at me. She's like, you're good. Like, obviously, you know what to do. It's just fight or flight. You caught her, but your instincts was to go get help. Which, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you made sure she was good first before you went to go get help, and it was just me. And literally, she just laughed at me the entire time, even though we made sure she was good. And then eventually we would get her out the bathroom. and get her a little sobered up so that we can leave after. Well, we got our food and then we left. But that shit was funny as hell. Uh, but yeah, so yeah, there was so like I said, after each module we do like testing and stuff like that. Hold on, real quick. Good morning. Thank you. So actually, let me put this in my pocket. So yeah, and then there's another. So obviously, we do a lot of studying in core school because, like I said, we have different tests and stuff like that. And there was another there. I'm not gonna say another incident, but there was an incident where I I knew it was. Let me, like I said, it's not really an incident. So I failed the test more. I think I failed the test 3 times. So I think the most failures you can have for one exam is 3. And if you after you fail 3, you're supposed to you get kicked out of, you lose your NEC, which is your job or whatever. And you get reclassed for, you get sent to another school or whatever. Um, that didn't happen for me. So, ooh, my bad. That didn't happen for me. So I ended up failing an exam. I ended up failing a module 3 times because I just could not comprehend the material, and it wasn't like I wasn't trying to, like I wasn't trying to get the information. I just could not, whatever it was, I just could not understand it. It just wasn't clicking for me. So damn motherfucker, turn your fucking brights off. It is daytime. My bad, road rage. Um, damn, that low key threw me the fuck off. But yeah, so I honestly should not be a corpsman. So I failed this one exam the 3 times or whatever, and the only reason why I'm still here, I'm still a corpsman or whatever, is because I had my instructor. He was looking out for me. Like he believed in me and knew my capabilities, and he wanted to see me go far. And he wasn't gonna let this one exam, stop me from being great. And he straight up told me, he was like, you can't fail anything else. Like you have no other option but to get past these other exams moving forward, because he put his career on the line for me. And I had no issues with that. Like I didn't it's not like I told him to do it. I didn't beg or plead or anything like that. Like I'm thinking, all the studying I did, especially with the help that I had from my then girlfriend, I'm thinking, I'm good. Like I got the help. I got help. I had people helping me study. I'm thinking I got this. Turns out no, I didn't. Like I bombed it for like second or third time, right? So he's literally just in my ass telling me like, you need to get your shit together. I don't know what you're doing. You're not studying enough. Da 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 da. And I'm like, I've been studying. Like I told him who I'm studying with. I was up all night. I'm showing him all my different study guides and flashcards and everything. I'm like, and he's like, okay, okay. Like he cut me some slack, but he was like, no, like moving forward, you have to you gotta start doing something different. Like I don't know what it is, but something different has to happen. And I told him like, I was okay with that. Like, and I told him like I appreciate him for what he was doing. Like he didn't have to put his career on the line for me, especially because he didn't know me. I was like, you don't like. Obviously, he didn't know me, but he was looking out for me because, like I said, he was telling me how he sees what I can do, and like he sees potential, and he sees that I can go far. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, right from that day forward, yeah, I hit the books hard. Um, I made sure like I did not make him look bad, because I was like, was forever grateful for what he did. Like, he didn't have to do what he did. Um, and then yeah, so then after completing core school, that last like week or two, we did what's called clinicals. And in clinicals, you go to either the VA or you go to a hospital, or you either go to the VA or you either stay on base and go to like the clinic on base, and you pretty much get like hands-on training. So I ended up going to the VA for my week of clinicals, and I did inpatient. Yeah, I did inpatient. I was an inpatient for about a week. There at the VA, I learned we did me and my partner for clinicals. We did um, mostly just IVs, learning how to stock the rooms, how to prep patients for surgery. Did EKGs, put the EKG leads on patients and stuff like that. Um, we got to watch some people get colonoscopies. Um, and then we almost got to do a Foley catheter on a couple patients, but um, patients, after they heard that they were going to need a Foley, decided that they had to use the bathroom because they realized they didn't want that. So yeah, and then after clinicals, you graduated. We graduated, and then for those who didn't have any more schooling, they went on to their first command. Whereas those who did have extra schooling, which was including me, a few other of us, uh, excuse me, we stayed behind and completed our secondary schooling, which was our C school. So for me, I had C school. My C school was dental, so I'm a dental technician or dental assistant. Um, so yeah, so core school is about, I think, like 6 to 8 weeks, and then dental school is about 4 to 6 weeks, um, give or take. But yeah, you're learning a lot of information in just a short period of time. So as far as like core school, I believe they said you learn basically medical assistant, registered nurse, and um, yeah, I think it's MA, CNA, and RN. I think you learn their jobs just in a short amount of time, and then obviously you get the college credits for it as well. You don't get all the college credits for it, but you got enough to go towards those degrees, those certifications degrees, if you want to pursue those later on. And then, like I said, after that, I went to dental school. Dental school, it was a smaller group. Obviously, like I said, it's about 4 to 6 weeks, give or take. We learned pretty much the basics. We learned instruments. We learned patient. Learned how to do chairside stuff. We learned the different materials. I learned how to do X-rays. Learned how to pass off instruments and stuff like that. Like, it was literally that quick. And then for and I there's really not much I can tell you about dental school because it was like that quick for me. Um, but we did have clinicals again for dental school, and that I stayed on base for clinicals, and I worked in SPD, which is our sterilization. Um, I worked there, and then I worked in oral surgery with a captain, and that was different. I've never been one to really care for blood, and with oral surgery, there's a lot of it. Even though it's just teeth, there's a lot of blood. There was even at a point where I had accidentally gagged the patient, which I did not mean to do. I was trying to make sure, like, the captain was asking me to make sure, like, I was getting all the blood and keeping his site clean, and that's what I was trying to do. But at the same time, I could barely see as well because he was taller than me, and even with the step stool that I had, I still couldn't see. And then SPD, working in there, the lady that I was working with, great lady. She was super cool, super dope. But she had me a little worried, especially because the one thing I do remember about her is she was telling me about her coffee. Like, she likes to have her coffee so hot that she gets blisters in her mouth. And I was like, something ain't right with you, ma'am, but hey, you like it, I love it. But she had a lot of dope stories to tell, and even giving me the tea within the clinic, like, it was super dope. I learned a lot from everybody that was either at the VA or, at the clinic. Uh, and like I said, that's also where I had met my ex-wife. So I had a really good time. I had made a lot of good friends there. Some of those people I'm still friends with today. I still talk to today, or I check up on every now and then, or they check up on me. Um, but yeah, if you got any more questions about core school or anything like that, let me know. I just got to my destination. Well, I've been at my destination for a little bit, so I'm about to go take care of some stuff real quick, and I'll see y'all for the next video. Peace.
California breeze.